Hi guys, it's album review time. We've got Care of Night and Reconnected. This album's coming out on November the 17th on Frontiers. It's the band's third album. They're an AOR melodic rock band from Sweden. The album is 48 minutes and 40 seconds long. Man, this is a great album. This year is just ridiculous. The amount of great music that's come out, and this is just adding to it. If I could describe this album, it's driving music. It's in the car, it's turning up as loud as you can at night, daytime, summer, it doesn't matter. It's just great driving music. And it really packs a punch when needed as well. It's energetic, it's classic, it's sometimes grandeur, it's big sounding. You can feel emotion in the arrangements, the vocals, the songwriting. For fans of classic Journey, 80s Journey, Toto, Survivor, FM, all those great AOR bands, man, this is one brilliant album. And like I said, the music this year is ridiculous. Every musician on this is just fantastic. I think there's been a couple of lineup changes, I believe. I'll talk about them. But you got Cal Schonberg on the vocals. Just what a powerhouse of a vocalist. Almost a little bit more, you know, grip to his vocals than some AOR bands, I would say, but just so much melody. I love his vocals. He sounds amazing on this. Victor Ostromberg on the guitar, just brilliant guitarist. AOR bands, you know, some of the AOR bands now have got some amazing guitarists, some technical ability, but the thing you really need in an AOR band is melody. This guy can write some brilliant guitar solos. Victor Berg on the keys, he's a new guy, and Nicholas Svensson Natfire on the bass. Well, I mean, they are new. This band is new to me. I haven't heard any of their music apart from this album, but these guys on the keys and the bass are just, well, they sound like brilliant additions. I don't know about the past musicians, but they do a brilliant job. The keys are just quite prevalent here because it's AOR, but it is quite guitar driven at the same time. I think the guitar is more up in the mix than the keys, but obviously on some songs that need it, the keys are pushed up in the mix a bit more. But some great synth work, and of course the bass, Nicholas Svensson Natfire on the bass and Linus Svensson on the drums. Yeah, great rhythm section, just keeping really tight as they let the melodies just worm their way into your head. But the main thing again about this, and this is what just turns me on to more bands than ever, is the great songwriting. This almost has a feel of it to me. You know, when you hear an album for the first time and it sounds like something that will be with you for quite a while. It sounds, you know, some of these classic 80s songs that we still listen to now, they've got staying power, haven't they? That's what this sounds like. It sounds like something I'm going to be listening to in 10, 11, 12 years. And that's saying something, because a lot of music now is a bit throwaway, isn't it? But not the case with Care of Night. What a great album this is. Let's go through the tracks. Street Runner. This was a single. It's a fast-paced AOR track, energetic, really energetic, quite synth-heavy, but the guitars are also nice and up front as they sometimes chug and they sometimes riff. It's just so melodic though at the same time. Very Toto sounding for me, this track, almost like Isolation era. Toto, outstanding solo to accompany this outstanding opening track. Then we move on to Tonight, another single. Through the darkest night, I will wait for you. Another classy track as well. Guitars quite heavy with riffs crashing in and out. A powerful vocal delivery for sure, like there is throughout this album. Feels like almost a heavy Survivor sort of song. Brilliant stuff. This is a huge sounding hit. Well, it would be a hit obviously if we were in 1985. It would definitely be a hit, but this song competes with the best AOR that's around at the moment. Great track. Cult Feelings is the next track, and the quality just continues. More classic sounding AOR. The verses are just played down a little bit but make their way to a huge chorus that hits you with so much melody. It's so hooky and catchy. A great start to the album, but the great start's only just beginning. No One Saves the World Alone. This is a ballad, and what a great ballad. Piano led track, but it's such an epic sounding ballad as well. Another huge vocal performance. Lead guitar sort of make an appearance now and again, sort of setting off some more emotion throughout this track. This doesn't feel like your run-of-the-mill AOR ballad. The band are a bit more special than that, I would say. It's all to do with the emotion they bring, and the solo, man, that just gives me chills as well. Melanie is the next track. This is a faster paced track. The tempo is raised, but with a very sort of Toto-esque again. I think AOR can sometimes lack energy. It really can, depending, it's mainly on the songwriting and the performance, obviously, of the band. But this band are an exception for sure. No stone is left unturned on this album, as the band sort of give me everything I want in this track, and it all sounds so exciting. Amazing track, amazing songwriting. Half of My Heart, another ballad. A huge riff kicks in, and we have maybe an even better ballad than the last one. It's more of a rock ballad, I would say, this one, whereas the guitars play a bigger part than the other ballad, No One Saves the World Alone. Synths are always present though, sort of giving off this that 80s style perfectly again. I hear Survivor again, you know, influence here, but beefed up a bit more, I would say. Great track. Follow Through is the next track, a title that makes me smile. Probably something that English people say quite often, but look it up, you know what I mean. But it definitely doesn't relate to the lyrics for sure. After a slightly You Give Love a Bad Name-esque riff, it's total AOR again. Lush keys, driving riffs, and excellent vocals. Wrong is the next track, and I've got to say, this is maybe my favourite track. After a sort of tinkering piano start, I thought we might get another ballad. But before you know it, we're into an excellent galloping medium-paced AOR track. This is the strongest track for me, like I said. It's just brilliant. It's classic sounding. It really hits the spot. It's a huge track that is immediately, on first listen, was fitting into my Songs of the Year list. It's brilliant. End of a Chapter is the next track. Another epic sounding song. Pop sensibilities sort of shine through this excellent song. This band don't do things by halves. They sort of always hit the right choices at the right time, and where always sometimes, you know, albums, a lot of albums sort of veer off towards the end. They lose their quality towards the back half. It seems like the beginning and the end of this album are just so strong, so strong. Well, the whole album is. Quality is just so high end. Stay With Me is the next track. Hold the Line esque sort of Toto piano intro, but that's the only time it sort of touches upon it at the beginning. But it's a stomping AOR track. It's sort of like, as I was listening to this album, I was thinking, I'm waiting for a weakness. I'm waiting for a song that isn't quite up to the standard of the rest of the album, but there just isn't one. Huge choruses just keep coming. In fact, they get bigger. They get bigger. I haven't heard other albums, but if they're half as good as this one, man, I'll be impressed. So much strength in the songwriting in this band. And then we end the album with You've Been Right Here All Along. This is a true love song ballad to round off this amazing album. Emotion just running through this song. It's got a big grandeur sound, just brilliant, and it really sums the album up. It's not thrown together as a lot of AOR is now. It's got so much feeling from the first track to the last track, whether it's a rocker, whether it's medium paced AOR, whether it's a ballad. Every track has that emotion running through it, and man, what a brilliant album. Guys, that's Care of Night, that's Reconnected. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a fan of this album. It's out on November the 17th on Frontiers. For you lovers of AOR melodic rock, a surefire hit, guaranteed. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.